I'm Brianna. So I know we all have our reasons as to why we chose EPU, whether that be we're Christian or not. I was born and raised in a Christian home, but that being said, my family had plenty of problems. But through those tough times, I actually was forced to look to God and have Him help me be pointed in the right direction. So arguments were the worst problem when it came to my family. And there was one between my brother and my dad that was probably the worst argument I've ever seen. And I ended up looking to God, and He helped repair my broken family. So what does it even mean to be a Christian? I know that we're forced to go to chapel 3 days a week, but that does not mean we know who God is. I believe that being a Christian, we accept God into our life, and we pursue Him, and we live out our life through Him. And so one thing I struggled with growing up was that my non-Christian friends looked at Christians as judgmental, and that's not something that I wanted to be seen as. So I tried to accept and love everyone regardless of their different beliefs. And I think that's one thing that my parents struggled with. They struggled with accepting the beliefs of people that weren't Christian, one of them being my brother. My brother, regardless, he grew up in the Christian home, but he did not believe in Christ. So he made every excuse in the book to not go to church. He started doing things that were definitely frowned upon by the Christian community. Another thing is he's my half-brother, so he definitely did not have the right amount of respect for my father as he should have. And so this ended up leading to a big fight one afternoon. I came out of my room hearing crazy arguments going on. I come out to find my brother and my dad sprawled out on the floor, and it was just not a pretty scene. My dad had told my brother that he was not allowed back in the house unless he learned how to respect him and follow his rules. And so I hadn't seen my brother for a really long time after that. And so I was angry at my parents, but mostly my brother. And so I ended up looking to God to have Him point me in the right direction so that I could be better than what I had witnessed in my family. And I wanted to make my parents proud. So I ended up going to church more, and I started to do better in school so that I can get the better grades to go to a university. It ended up making me happier going to church more, and by me going to church more, my parents actually went to church more, and they ended up accepting how my brother lived his life, and they ended up reaching out to him and apologizing. So regardless of the brokenness that was in my family between those different beliefs, pursuing God helped repair the brokenness. And so of course there's bound to be fights between family members, but when you look to God, He will help repair those broken problems. A quote by Trenton Lee Stewart states, "Is this what family is like? The feeling that everyone's connected, that with one piece missing, the whole thing's broken." And that's how I felt when my brother was gone. But with God's help, He can repair anything.